knife fighting. People who do this, who usually do like this, they're fighting you and there's some kind of other thing that's going on. It's not that kind of thing. The one we're working on is where somebody really wants to take your life. So if you're thinking that I'm going to do this and do like that, that's not the way it happens today. It's usually the blade is hidden away, it's in a McDonald's bag, and they get close, and then the knot start pulling. It's that kind of scenario we're working about. You understand? So it's not me pulling on a blade and I'm going to attack you, because it doesn't work that way. If I want to end his life, I'm going to get real close, and then it's going to be that, and then just continually doing this. From all the knife programs I've seen, they usually work at this kind of angle, but this is the art. This is the system of different Filipino martial arts. I don't see any of those things where they're grabbing and then we're just doing that kind of thing. This is the idea we're going to be working with. Okay? So, if you could do me a favor, just pair up with your partners, then I'll give every pair a very advanced training blade. Alright, so we're just going to work it from the technical aspect first. The thing is, when I have a blade, I'm going to do this and I'm just going to go through his stomach and just start doing this until the guy goes in. And if you know anything about what happens, if somebody grabs you and start doing this, they can pull off 20, 25, 30 shots into your stomach before it's too late. So the idea with the survival tactics against blade is for you to minimize how many times you get it. Because getting one in, it's super fucking bad. It depends on where it gets hit and how long you bleed out. So you're trying to minimize the amount of times that's happening to you so you can get to the hospital. For every time you get stabbed, your chances of survivability goes down. So the thing is, a lot of people who teach knife, they grab this, and then he'll put me in a wrist lock. It doesn't happen. If he puts me in a wrist lock, then I just cut him off. It's finished. You don't believe me? Get your little cousin or nephew, give him a magic marker, and say, all right, you'll get 100 euros if you keep the knife, and I'll give you 10 seconds. You will have lines across your face. It's not going to happen. So what we're doing is we're trying to minimize this motion. All right. So you're not trying to do. Has anyone seen Filipino martial arts before? Yeah, right. There's all these nice little stuff, right? It's not that kind of stuff. So what's going to happen here? Number one, the first thing I have to do is I have to control the blade, but the blade is not the main focus. The main focus for me is to stop his momentum. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to try to stop his shoulder. Because if I get this, it's okay. But a lot of people, when they're panicked, they grab this, but he can still start doing this. I have no stopping his structure. So the first thing you want to do, so the first thing is this. You want to pull your stomach back in, and then you want to shoot for his shoulder and his wrist. The reason you're doing this is because, of course, if I do this, he's going to get my balls on my stomach. But I need to control his wrist, but I need to get his shoulder first. When I do that, I push his momentum going that way and not to me. Does that make sense? So number one, you're trying to stop this. Yes, it may go through and hit you, but this is a knife fight. It doesn't get any worse than this. In Filipino martial arts, when you're teaching knife, there's a rule. If one pulls out a knife, you run. If you cannot run, you hide. 2, 3. If you cannot hide, you fly. Number 4, if you cannot fly, you learn to fly. Number 5, you back yourself out against the wall, you throw your mother-in-law, your ex-wife, coffee, pepper in the face. That's what you do. That's how dangerous it is. And then, maybe you will do empty hands against knife. Up to that, you have no business doing that, okay? So number 1, I'm going to stop his shoulder and check his wrist. When I do that, I stop this, then I need to control this space. So I need to go in here. So I go in, I pin this blade to my hips, and I wrap it like this. This is what you're doing. And I know a lot of you are going, yeah, but how are you supposed to control the blade? It's not that. I have no interest in getting this blade. My fight starts when I'm here. Because when I'm here, I can pull him down, now I can headbutt him, I can knee the groin, and then eventually he'll drop his focus on me and his blade. Then I can run. Alright? If I switch positions, sometimes you cannot take the inside, sometimes you have to go to the outside, which is even better. So I'm controlling here. Yes, he can still punch me. But what I can do to him is a nice trade for that one shot. So when I break his arm, I hit his balls, I headbutt him, I knee him here or I knee him the groin, that's where your fight starts. But you want to get control of this blade, because if not, it's even more worse shit. Okay? So let's start from here. Number one, your partner just needs a line to your stomach. Stop the shoulder, pull your stomach back, shoot your upper body in. When you push it back, go in, pin this to your hips, and grab them. Just do that, okay? One more time. Shoulder stop, go in, get your 2-on-1, because it's 2 hands to 1, inside. Exactly. When you hold this, imagine like a dog newspaper. You're holding like this. Because if you don't, pull, cuts everything off. Right? So you grab this and you hold it like that. So he cannot pull out the blade. You put your head on your shoulder. Because if I have it here, you just touch your shoulder, pull your shoulder, then that goes out. When I go here and I put it like that, now it's heavier for him to get it out. Now the whole, yeah?
Is there a risk of bringing him to the ground?
No, it's not that. It's just I don't want that effect. So I'm not trying to pull him down. I'm just trying to secure this whole arm so it's straight. So when I do this, there's no pull. You see that? If I do this, now it gets harder. So you're not trying to pull it. Don't move. All right? Just do it 5 times each.
Je kan je arm niet bewegen. Je kan wel.
Time. Sit down. Quickly. Because I can see a lot of you doing the same mistakes. All right, number 1. Look, before you get the arm, you have to stop the shoulder. Right? You have to stop the shoulder. If not, this will go on forever until you drop. So you have to top the shoulder and go in first. Okay? When you get the arm, don't push it like this. Because now you're putting an arm lock. When you do this, you create what we call a negative spin. It fucking helps, right? So he'll go where? You think he'll go this way? Or he's going to go that way? He will go this way. So spinning, you fall. So when you get it into your hips, there. Not here. Because then he has 1 nut or 2 nuts. So I don't want to block with my cock. I don't want to block with my neck. Block it here, okay? Go.